looking at 3.16, leave your stuff in radical form, like root 3 over 3, or the square root of 2 over 2, or something like that. Does that make sense? What exact value means? Okay. So guys, right up here our goal, find exact values of trig functions with special angles. And these are going to be reference angles, which are going to be 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45, 60, and 90. Guys, if you notice on this table of values that I have right here, don't those angles show up here, 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90 right here. So guys, take a look at this. Just to memorize these pictures. I'm not going to be too excited about the pictures. But I just want to remember how they came.
Please don't stand so close to me. I'm having trouble breathing. I'm afraid of what you'll see right now. I give you everything I am, all my broken heartbeats, until I know you'll understand. And I will make sure to keep my distance. Say I love you when you're not listening. And how long can we keep this up? And I keep waiting for you to take me. You keep waiting to say what we have, so I'll make sure
Anytime you have a fraction,
keep
one
my
place they say you do not want.
say I love you when you're not
What they talk about is
listening. And how long can we keep this up, up, up? Make sure to keep my distance. Say I love you when you're not listening. How long till we call this love, love,
So how you rationalize this as well? Basically multiply it by whatever the denominator is. What's the denominator? So what you do is you multiply that by the square root of 2. But to keep this a form of 1, I would have to have the top also be the square root of 2. Isn't one thing over the same thing going to be 1? Okay, what's 1 times root 2 then up here, kiddos? Root 2. Doesn't the bottom really become root 4 now when I multiply these? But the square root of 4 is what value. So what you have is root 2 over 2. So is this 1 over root 2 really? Is that the same value as root 2 over 2?
your fingertips across my skin, palm trees swaying in the wind, in my chest.
So as an example, we ended up with a solution to say, you know what, we have 7
You
over
sang
3.
me Spanish
What would that look like on a rational
lullabies,
life?
the sweetest sadness in your eyes, clever
3
trick.
over 3. And the only time you have to do this is when you have a radical where. In the bottom. In the top, it's okay. The top is okay, but you just don't want
I
the
never want to see you unhappy. I thought you were the same for me.
So I'm just saying, look at these triangles right here. Memorize them. One of them.
Goodbye, my along a crowded street. You took my hand and danced with me. Images. And when you left, you kissed my lips. You told me you would never, never forget these emotions. And now I'd never want to see you unhappy. I thought you want the same for me. Goodbye, my almost lover. Goodbye, my hopeless dream. I'm trying not to think about you. Can't you just let me be? So long, my luckless romance. My back is turned on you. Should've known you'd bring me heartache. Almost lovers always do. I cannot go to the ocean. I cannot drive the streets at night. I cannot wake up in the morning without you on my mind. So you're gone and I'm haunted, and I bet you would just to make it that easy to walk right in and out of my life.
If you ever hear me say the chart, you know what I'm
Goodbye,
talking about?
my almost lover. Goodbye, my hopeless dream. I'm trying not to think about you. And can't you just let me be? So long, my luckless romance. My back is turned on you. Should've known you'd bring me heartache. Almost lovers always.
Alright. Hey, how do you find the exact value of these right here? Sine of 7 pi over 4. Not all these are going to be listed here, but does 7 pi over 4 show up on your chart?
315.
That's 315 degrees, right? So what's the sine of 7 pi over 4 on this chart? You guys see it down here towards the bottom left? You guys see it there? You guys get negative root 2 over 2? Okay, now I have a question.
Seen the world, done it all, had my cake now. Diamonds brilliant
For instance, I'm going to move
and ballerina. Hot summer nights, mid-July, when you and I were forever wild. The crazy days, city lights, the way you'd play with me like a child. Will you still love me when I'm no longer young and beautiful? Will you still love me when I got nothing but my aching soul? I know you will, I know you will, I know that you will. Will you still love me when I'm no longer beautiful?
If I had 360,
I've
you're
seen
at
the world,
negative
lit
120.
it
So I'll
up
have another 360.
as my stage now. Channeling angels in the new age now. Hot summer days, rock and roll, the way you play for me at your show, and all the ways I got to know your pretty face and electric soul. Will you still love me when I'm no longer young and beautiful? Will you still love me tell me if you can. All that grace, all that body, all that face makes me wanna party. He's my sun, he makes me shine like diamonds. Will you still love me when I'm no longer young and beautiful? Will you still love me when I got nothing but my aching soul? I know you will, I know you will, I know that you will. Will you still love me when I'm no longer beautiful? Will you still love me when I'm no longer beautiful? Will you still love me when I'm not young and beautiful?
I'm pretty sure you're not talking. No, okay.
Derek, give her to go off the track, would you?
What?
Corny, go for it.
We'll do it all, everything on our own. We don't need anything or anyone. If I lay here,
Let's talk about 36.
if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world?
That's a really great question. I really like this one.
I don't
All right, I'm gonna put a
quite
coordinate for you
know
real quick, so give me a second on 36.
how to say how I feel.
My quick coordinate clean up here. Moving speed of light.
Those three words are said too much. They're not enough. If I lay here,
Okay. All right, so which quadrant is this lying in, guys?
Well,
Didn't it say quadrant 3 is where we were? Hi, Jason. What's up? With radians?
Yeah. Almost like a trig graph.
Can I Google one up quick and print one?
Huh?
Can I Google one up and print one?
Flowers always have some.
No, he gave me one, but I can't really shoot you.
So you want polar graph paper with?
what's reading? Not that hard.
Scholar at basketball.
Not for scholars.
This is gonna be a blessing for
But that's because it's free tuition. Pay for it for you because you're basically saying I'm gonna be an hour for 4 years. That's hard because they don't give it to a lot of people.
Hey, this won't this show up on Sam's lesson person?
Yeah, it's all right. That's what he gets for being gone.
This is really fast.
If he wins, he'll be $2,000 richer.
Derek's gonna go to Brown.
Nope. Maryland.
turtles.
I got one from Notre Dame.
I don't think my address is deep.
Is this good enough here, Jason?
I verbally. I'm so big.
You can't take it back.
I know.
After you sign it, you can. But
Yeah.
Are you?
Should go to the library.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm sorry about this.
Don't worry too much.
I'll shoot you.
Do you really want to be in the army that bad?
It's all Newman's
Hey,
fault.
Derek goes Alga.
If I get a letter,
I was scared being next to you.
Wait, you didn't memorize anything?
Iowa State.
Yeah, really good.
All right, here we go.
That's pretty good.
Good.
All right, so what was the equation y equals? Was it 5x or negative 5x?
5x.
Okay, third quadrant, 5x, right? Okay. Let's see, guys, a line y equals 5x would look like the following right here. I'm going to draw it this way and zoom up. Okay, here's what you're going to look like, 5x. Basically, that's a line that goes through the origin. Goes through the origin. And has a slope of negative 5, right? Okay, so I'll go ahead and say we might have, I'll go up to here. Line's going to look kind of like this.
Look at the dude's face. He's like.
Okay, that's the line y equals 5x. And now we're talking about this terminal side being in the third quadrant. Basically here, this is a slope of 5. So if I draw from here to here, if I went from this point to this point, isn't my rise over run 5 over 1 here? You guys okay with that? So I'm going to use this as my triangle right here. See if I can zoom up one more time to make this work. Ah, perfect. That's going to be great. Okay, so the part I'm talking about is right here. And if I go from here to here, they're talking about the line being formed right here. So my central angle is actually going to lie right in here. You okay with that?
Yeah.
So we're supposed to find the 6 trig functions, right? Okay, so here's what I would probably do with this line. Once I know I've got my line plotted here at 5x, like this, rise 5, run 1, isn't this distance right here really a negative 1 from the origin out?
Yeah.
Isn't theta really central to the triangle formed from here to here for the 2 points that I've picked, the origin and that right there?
Yeah.
And it's fitting that this line would pass through the origin because we want everything to be central to the origin, don't we? Okay, what's this distance going down here? Negative 5, isn't it? So from, say, this part of the blue line to this part of the blue line, could we figure that distance out?
Yeah.
Well, it would be 1 squared and 5 squared adds up to 26, right? So isn't this root 26 right here? Okay, you guys agree with my distances there? So if theta is central right up here at the origin, we can figure them all out. So let's do this real quickly. What's the sign of this?
Or negative 5 over root.
Negative 5 over root 26, and we just got done talking about this principle now of do we want irrationals in the denominator? So what am I going to multiply by?
Oh,
Root 26 over what?
over root 26.
Yep. So this is going to equal negative 5 times the root of 26 over what? Well, 26, isn't it? There's your sign value. Okay, how about cosine? What's cosine going to look like? Actually, let's do this. Couldn't I do this cosecant? Switch these around right away? This would be the cosecant would be root Root 26 over what? Negative 5, yep. Okay, let's do cosine quickly. So that's a grouping. Cosine real quickly. Cosine would equal the adjacent leg, which is what?
1, negative 1.
Negative 1 over root 26, right?
Yep. So then you gotta change it.
So if I have negative 1 over root 26, negative root 26 over,
Which is just 1.
nope.
No. Not
If they
1.
were both roots, then yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's that make the secant if I switch these two around?
26. Root 26.
What kind of root 26, Nathan? Yep. It'll be root 26 divided by negative 1, which just makes that negative root 26. You okay there? Okay. And then finally we got the tangent left to do. Opposite leg over adjacent leg, which would be negative 5 over negative 1, wouldn't it? Which is 5. How about the cotangent then?
1/5.
Positive 1/5, wouldn't it? Okay. 36, you okay with that, guys?
Yeah.
Understand how I came up with those values?
Uh-huh.
All right, yep, it passes through this point, negative 1, negative 5, and 0, 0. So I'm just going to use those 2 points to form my angle theta up here. I know that if you get from point to point on the line, I'm going to go left 1 and down 5. Here's the triangle formed. If I chose these 2 points right here, I can use the negative 1, negative 5 to get your hypotenuse. Rest is just your rules for all the 6 trig functions. Okay? How do you feel about that? Were there any more that we needed to talk about? 38 says, refer to the application at the beginning of the lesson. Suppose a fisherman is trying to net a fish underwater. Find the measure of displacement if t measures 10 centimeters. The angle A is 41 degrees and the measure of angle B is 60. So I'm going to look back at an application. Here's that, right? You guys see where it says x equals sine of b minus a over cosine of a there, that part for
Yeah.
displacement? Basically, you're using that formula right there. You're coming up with and using that formula there, okay? So in 38, new page. In 38, what's the formula they gave you for that application for displacement? X equals what again?
X equals t parentheses sine parentheses b
Whoops.
minus a parentheses over cosine a. Excuse me, one more time.
So t is like a depth, right?
Yeah.
Times the sine of b minus a. And whoops, I didn't want this. T times this. All over the cosine of a, right? All right, so let's fill in what we know here for 38. Okay, this is how they talk about it. If you read through it, I'm not going to get too picky with it. But basically, guys, in 38, it says again, what's the depth again?
10
So t is 10, right? So that's going to equal 10 times the the sine of b minus a. So angle b and angle a, they give you a 60 and 41, right? So it'll be the sine of 19, wouldn't it? 60 minus 41 over what?
Cosine 41.
Cosine of,
60. No, is it A?
so cosine of a, and angle a in this is 41 degrees. So what I would, well, I've got a calculator, I can pull these up here. So give me a second to do that. So let's go sine of 19 degrees. I'm going to go, let's see, sine of 19 degrees is that value divided by cosine of 41, is that right? And is that right?
Yeah, I got that.
This is a decimal point, 0.431.
Yeah.
And then did you times that by 10? Okay. You get 4.31. 4.31. I think that was measured in meters, wasn't it?
Well, 10 is centimeters, so.
See, I would be
Centimeters.
So x is equal to, what do we say again, 4.31? Okay. We okay with that? 36, 38? Yes, no, yes?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you guys need to ask about? I think everything else just basically came from the chart, didn't it?
Yep.
All right. So that's good. If I try and get that tomorrow, is that a fair deal?
Yeah.
Try and get that tomorrow. Okay. I'm going to load up section 5.5 on the notes. Those are included, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to load those up here quickly. Megan, come here. Caitlin, come here.
Oh, you got it?
What do you think? Got to make the reds match.
Yeah, and there's still a little piece.
Yeah, we'll fix that, but yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, Preston, you just showed me this.
But the big view, I got it smaller. I'm
Take a
excited.
picture.
You can put down Parson is working on art. Parson is working on his art. All right, kiddos, if you'll go to the 5.5 section, I don't know how much we'll get through today. Hopefully all of it. That would be good. Guys, while this is loading up, I have a question. What's the definition of sine again?
I mean, like,
What over what?
opposite over.
Opposite over hypotenuse. What's the definition of cosine again?
Adjacent over hypotenuse.
Adjacent over hypotenuse. What's the definition of tangent again?
Opposite over adjacent.
Opposite over adjacent. Okay. And this is clearly not loading. I don't know. I'm not having much fun recording today.
Actually, I got a question. What's the T for? What's the T stand for?
Twin Cities. You didn't know that?
No.
Minneapolis, St. Paul?
Why would it be Minneapolis, St. Paul?
That's where the Twins play baseball.
And Minneapolis, St. Paul?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. You don't know why I didn't know that? I'm not a diehard Twin fan.
Jeez, this is frustrating today.
Yep.
Sorry, Sam.
Unresponsive.